Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're working on Project Dirtbag again, and today I'm going to get into more wiring. I know it's fun, you guys love it. Specifically, we're going to look at the fuel level buffer module. I didn't know what that was until recently. Now you can learn too. If you've swapped an LS into an S10 and your fuel gauge just goes and goes all the way full, or sometimes they read the other way, you probably have some issues with your wiring. Most notably is this little guy. It took me a while to find, but it's comes wrapped in this goofy foam stuff, and they tuck it way back underneath the dash here. So you're going to look up and you're going to think that it's like right here, but it's actually against the back side of this. So you got to kind of dig for it. Hold it down, and well, there's 4 pins on there. Get my meter out of the way. Got a switch 12 volt here, which is on your pink wire. Your gray wire is going to be a 5 volt reference, which used to go to the PCM. And then C and D are both, I'll have to look at the diagram. One's gauge in from the sending unit, and one is gauge out to the PCM. And then over here you have a module out, and then you have a purple wire that goes to your gauge. So that's what feeds your gauge. And if you look, if you're doing this and you haven't changed any wires yet, go ahead and put a meter on that and then ground the other side. And I bet you'll see overload or maximum resistance as soon as you turn the key on, because it's not happy. And that's why your gauge is going all the way to the side. That's what mine did. So I went online and I started reading diagrams, and I've spent the last 3 days bouncing wires around down here because I had some connection issues down there at the module, at the fuel pump sender unit assembly. So I got a purple wire coming out. There's 2 purple wires inside the sending unit. Wires come up and go through the plug there. There's a 4-pin plug on the sending unit, or the fuel pump module. 2 of those are, A and C or something, or maybe it's B and D, but they're spaced apart. So I'm trying to get at, and that's your fuel pump, power, and ground. And then the other 2 wires are your sending unit and sending unit return. So normally your sending unit, if you look at the diagrams, your sending unit will go to, I don't know, map sensor or something return. So it's like a ground in the PCM. So I don't have that PCM anymore, so I just made my own ground. I ring terminaled that, and I put it right where I put that fuel pump module, or that fuel pump relay that I had ran in a previous video. So I grounded one side. That means the other side will have signal out. Verify that that wire comes up here and goes into this fuel buffer dealy. That's pin D that it comes into, from the fuel sending unit up to pin D on the module here. So that should be your input voltage. Your input resistance. And right off the bat, we can measure that. Hold on, let me get my meter set up. So that's pin D. Get you in there, and getting ahead of myself, but I have it returned, grounded over here for me right now. 114 ohms. Supposed to be what, like, I think it's, I'm new to these sending units. I think it's like 40 to 250 or something like that. Don't quote me, but this is in the middle. I put probably 5 gallons of gas, maybe 6 gallons of gas in here. So it's accurate-ish. One thing you do have to do, if you look at the diagrams, this module out or whatever, it says, calls for it to be grounded. I was going to cut it right there, but get that out of there. Hold on. This is the black connector. That's for the vehicle side. One of the 4 in that PCM, the black box PCM that was in here. There's a black and white wire right there that was in one of these pins, and I pulled that one out and I resistance checked it from pin M to what it is up here, and that's the same wire. So I grounded it there. Just ran it to a ground stud right here. So that side's grounded. So now I can take some accurate measurements back here. And I verified that when I turn the key, I have 12 volts here to the pink wire. I just needed to get 5 volts to that. People say you don't need it. I needed it. I don't know why. It didn't work right till I did it. it went to map reference voltage, map 5-volt reference. So that's what I put it on the PCM here. So it goes up to, forget which pin it was, but it comes out of this connector here. You see there's a gray wire I snuck around, and then I just added a wire to, I think it's 47 blue for map sensor 5-volt reference. Now we got our power and our 5-volt reference, and we're properly grounded. Turn this on, and it goes and then shows you where we're at, right about half-ish. It bounces a little bit, but I'll take it as long as it works. I don't have to add more gauges. So that's pretty quick and simple once you figure it out. It took me a couple days of chasing wires and actually pinning out and finding the wires, because just because a connector says I'm C102 doesn't tell me where the hell it's at. So I had to find these connectors. By the way, C102 is that one that I just had my hands on where the gray wire came out of. I'm not sure what the PCM black connector is. I think it's like C2 or something. Anyways, finding these and identifying these and figuring out where the wires are really helps. So hopefully this can help somebody else. This should be a real quick and easy way. If you've done an LS swap and you don't have a fuel gauge, at least on a 1997 and 4.3 liter, I think is my harness. Those are the pins and wires that I used. Your mileage may vary. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Action. On fire. I just wake up and piss excellence, and I want to go fast.
You're not first, you're last.
I was high when I said that. Did real good. Car ran real good.